Representative Travis Couture, a Republican from Allen, came on the show, and he had his own bill that would explicitly state it is imminent harm to use any kind of illegal drug in the home when you have a child there. And so it would make it easier for the courts to take like a baby like that 3-week-old away from that dad. So he's pushing that bill. And meanwhile, Democrats start pushing a watered down version of that bill. So the Democrat version of that bill is House Bill 2447. It says an act relating to supporting children, families, and child welfare workers by improving services and clarifying the child welfare process in circumstances involving high-potency synthetic opioids. And to give Democrats credit, they do acknowledge in this bill, they say the legislature finds that since 2018, there has been a significant increase in the number of child fatalities and near fatalities involving fentanyl. And so they're acknowledging at least there's a correlation here. And we've especially seen those numbers tick up since the Keeping Families Together Act went into effect. So the difference between Travis Couture's bill that he came on to talk about and this watered down Democratic version is that the Democrats' version only has to do with synthetic opioids. So it's not all drugs across the spectrum like Couture's was. And also, they don't say in this bill that using a drug like fentanyl around a child is imminent harm. They say that a judge needs to give great weight. So basically consideration to the fact that a parent might be using fentanyl. So they're trying to get a judge to think more about whether that would be something that should preclude a parent from getting their child back. So not as strong as the Couture bill, but it does improve it a little bit. And this Democrat version was actually passed out of committee this week. I think that that is a positive development. I do know, and I'll play a video here, Representative Couture put out a video of they tried left and right and up and down and diagonal to get this, to improve this version of the bill. So they were in committee and Representative Couture and other Republicans introduced amendment after amendment after amendment to try to strengthen the Democrats' bill. Here's a clip.
But luckily for us, there's a middle ground, and that's rebuttable presumption. It essentially says we presume that this is a danger, but we give the parents a chance to rebut that presumption. So this is the middle ground amendment, and this is the amendment that I truly, deep down in my heart, believe will be the bullseye that helps protect these kids from needless deaths because of high-potency synthetic opioids like fentanyl and tranq. I really feel that we need to accept this amendment. It is going to be the best thing that we can do to perfect this good bill right now. It does need work. It's not the sweet spot. This is the best thing we can do, and I really need your support on this amendment. Thank you.
A young 4-year-old girl was in a hotel room with her parents, her father who had a protection order against him and is a former drug abuser. And the mom and dad were in the bathroom and the little girl knocked on the door. This is a newspaper article where the 8-year-old brother had testified. The little girl knocked on the door to tell her mom she was hungry. And after being hungry, they didn't come out of the bathroom. She died. They took her to the hospital. She had 2 rainbow Skittle fentanyl pills in her stomach and 1 up her nose. And I think we really need to start sending a stronger message in Washington State, which is why I made changes to the intent section. So I'm encouraging a yes vote to show in Washington State that we care about kids.
I think that there's an underlying culture between Department of Children, Youth, and Families in our courts, where social workers and caseworkers are discouraged from going to the courts for various reasons. And we want to bring back the culture that says, hey, first we protect the kids, and we should file for a dependency when we see this, what we're now trying to write into law, that is an imminent harm. And we should do so to make sure that we have max protection for kids and the least amount of needless child deaths in our state. Thank you.
Yeah. Amendment to make the bill better so more kids don't die, rejected. I mean, over and over, and that was just a couple of them. So they made some real concerted efforts in this committee hearing to strengthen this bill. They weren't able to do it. So it advanced out of committee, though. It was passed out of committee. And I think the good news is it's better than the law is now. And when you're in the minority party, like Representative Couture is, you do have to kind of take what you can get, and I hate to put it that way, but there's still an opportunity for that bill to be improved in debate on the floor. So there's opportunities to introduce amendments and throughout the process before something happens. But I will take this over nothing every single day of the week. And if you care about this issue, again, it's House Bill 2447, House Bill 2447. I would encourage you to continue to email your elected leaders about it and let them know how you feel about the difference between great weight and imminent harm and protecting kids from these dangerous drugs. It shouldn't be controversial. This should be bipartisan. The safety of the kids should always be the priority.